Hey YouTube, Red Quill here and back for another video. This time I'm gonna talk about something pretty different. I wanted to make a shout out video to a new, a pilot for a TV series made by what I believe is an indie studio that really impressed me. The story is called Hazbin Hotel, and you can watch the full pilot on YouTube. I'll leave a link in the description. The creator's channel is called Vivziepop, and I believe it's, again, a relatively indie group. The main person, called Vivian, seems to be the creator of the characters. However, it seems like she got a lot of help in the actual animation of Hazbin Hotel. Hazbin Hotel is, as I would describe it, an adult cartoon that has just started, and I think it looks really promising for a great TV series. So, what is Hazbin Hotel about? Well, to give a quick summary, the story takes place in Hell, where demons are being purged on a yearly basis due to overpopulation. A demon princess born in Hell named Charlie decides to try and find a more peaceful means to solve the overpopulation problem and opens a hotel for redemption. She believes that if demons try hard enough, they could seek redemption and actually ascend to heaven, solving the overpopulation problem. However, the Hell's local population doesn't believe her and thinks she's crazy. And it seems like her plan isn't going to go anywhere until a very powerful demon, simply called Alistair, or the radio demon, takes notice and decides to help Charlie on her mission. And from there, shenanigans continue. Honestly, when I first started the Hazbin Hotel pilot, I wasn't sure what to expect. But what's really drew me into this story and what really makes me want to share this with others is the animation quality, especially considering it seems to have just been by a relatively small group of people on a relatively low budget. I'm honestly legitimately impressed with how they're able to convey motion in particularly the song numbers, but also in just the characters' mannerisms and movements. To me, it really gives across both the emotions of all the characters, and it really makes these song numbers interesting to watch. And if you're asking why there's song numbers in A Story in Hell, I would call it a kind of Disney-esque, there's a bit of a Disney-esque flair to it, where there are definitely songs scattered throughout, which honestly I think are the best part. But as I was saying before, how they're able to convey like such fluid motion with their animation and is what really drew me in, at least as a start. I would also again like to give another focus on the facial expressions of each character. Typically in animation, studios try to have as little movement as possible, and will typically only move the mouths of a character or only give slight indications that this is a live person. But here in this story, in Hazbin Hotel, to me it really seems like they put a lot of extra effort in making sure the characters are very lively and do movements in both their facial features and other parts of their body that really indicate who they are as a person. I don't want to spoil too much of what happens in the pilot and what all the characters are like, as there's a large cast of characters. But to help give some reasons to support why this is a really good story, I want to just talk about two of the main characters, who I already mentioned in the summary. Those being the demon princess who opens the hotel, called Charlie, and the demon who tries to help her, called Alistair, or the radio demon.
That's the happy ending, see? Everyone's smiling and happy in heaven.
I don't think it's that simple. Just please follow the talking points we went over. And do not sing.
Okay, fine. I'll just have to resort to my impeccable improv skills. Hi, I'm Charlie.
Katie Killjoy.
Starting with Charlie, I think they just did such a good job giving her a very naive and innocent characteristics in both her character design and in her mannerisms, where she just has giant wide eyes, and like even her movements are very timid though when she's nervous, that other people don't believe her. And then seeing her disappointment and the her failure after trying to conduct an interview to get people to come to the hotel. Another thing I really liked about Charlie's implementation in the story was the voice actress. She did a really good job acting as a really bubbly personality, and is a good contrast to pretty much nearly every other character in the setting of Hell, which kind of shows how she's different from everyone else, and that's why she has a relatively crazy idea for trying to solve their overpopulation. But she really comes across as genuinely a happy person most of the time, and is very over the top, especially when she's trying to work on her project and getting people to try and be a better person.
Hello! Oh!
Hey, Vaggie?
What?
The radio demon is at the door.
What?
Who?
What should I do?
Well, don't let him in.
May I speak now?
You may.
Alistair, pleasure to be meeting you, sweetheart. Quite a pleasure. Excuse my sudden visit, but I saw your fiasco on the picture show, and I just couldn't resist. What a performance! Why, I haven't been that entertained since the stock market crash of 1929. So many orphans.
The last thing I really want to cover about Hazbin Hotel is the radio demon Alistair. And oh my gosh, he's kind of a treat to watch. My first look at his character design, I kind of thought he was definitely too edgy and a bit over the top, but honestly I've kind of grown to love it, because since the settings and Hell and all the other characters are already pretty, shall we say, have a particular, I guess, violent flair in their design, Alistair being even further down that road, I think actually works out pretty well to make him stand out amongst the rest of the demons. But honestly, my favorite part about this character is his the voice acting, and it's more than just the delivery of the voice actor though. I said he was the radio demon, and the reason he's called that is he has this really cool radio sound effect when he speaks, at least for most of the time. It makes it sound like he's literally a radio announcer, and as he talks, it sounds like it's coming from a speaker, even though it's really just coming straight out of his mouth. I think they do this effect really well, and I think it definitely, again, is a great way to have him stand out amongst other characters who might be similar to his character type. For who is Alistair? I said he's going to try and help Charlie help demons find redemption. However, he doesn't actually believe this is possible, instead only doing this to watch them fail, because they've made it clear throughout his entire introduction, he's a very terrible person. But since he has godlike powers, he's, I think, gonna make the story really interesting to watch. It's actually quite a treat seeing him use his powers and the effects they do. And honestly, I think he kind of reminds me a lot of Alucard from Hellsing Ultimate, which is another great anime. Even though this is an anime, Hellsing Ultimate is a great anime, and you should watch it as well. But yeah, Alistair, I think, is a great addition to the story, and I think he's gonna really help move the plot forward as more episodes come out. This was just a pilot, but I really hope they come out with a full series, and honestly, I might buy some merch just to help make sure that happens. So, don't take my word for this though. Honestly, just go watch the pilot. It's on YouTube, it's free. I think it's a great story for what it is, and I really hope they continue with this. Earlier I mentioned that this is an adult cartoon, and it definitely is geared toward adult audiences. It has a lot of cursing and a lot of sex jokes. So if those bother you, probably don't watch it, but otherwise, I think it'll be a good time. Well, that's all I really had to say about the Hazbin Hotel. Switching gears to an update on my ongoing project about the Legion webcomic. I'm sorry for the week break. I wanted to make a Halloween special, and then I went on a personal trip that weekend. But now I'm back, and I'm continuing to make the 2 pages a week, I guess, quota I have for myself. So I just finished page 18, and hopefully page 19 will be done by the end of this weekend. And what else? Oh yeah, I guess I've already mapped out the rest of the story. The final page will be page 23, and I hope that'll be done by, I guess, late November. Well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I don't really plan on becoming a review channel, but I will talk about things such as Hazbin Hotel that when something really stands out to me and I really enjoyed watching it. I'll probably never do like a negative review. I'll only just really talk about things that I think are interesting here. But yeah, if you haven't watched it, please do. Link in the description. And go support them if you enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm probably going to buy either some merch or give a quick donation, because I think it's a really good project. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a good one.